Hello, one and all. In my previous class, I had discussed about the tuples, and next one is their initialization, their accessing, and their deleting. So here in this session, I am going to discuss the different types of methods. We are going to perform on the tuples. So first method is the length method. So this method returns the number of elements in the tuple, and the syntax is the length of tuple. So parameter tuple specifies the for which the number of elements to be counted, and this method returns some number of elements in the tuple. And next, consider the program. Here I have the two tuples. Tuple 1 has the values 1 2 3 xyz and jara, and next one is the tuple 2 has the values 4 5 6 and abc. And next I am printing the first calling the length method. So first tuple length is the length of tuple 1. Here you can clearly understand the how many values are there separated by commas in the tuple 1. So please count the values. 1 2 3 is the one value, xyz is another value, and jara is the third value. So these three are the three different types of values held by the tuple 1. So that's why as soon as I call the length of tuple 1, we can get the output as 3. Why? Because tuple 3 has the 3 values. And next I have tuple 2, which has the values are the 4 5 6 and the abc. So these two are the one is the integer one, second one is the string type. And as soon as I call the method length of tuple 2, so I get the output as 2. Why? Because the tuple 2 holds the only two values. This is about the length method in the tuple. And next method is the maximum method. So tuple maximum method returns the elements from the tuple with maximum value. So it returns the maximum value. So max of tuple, that means maximum value returned by the tuple. And here tuple parameter specifies the which maximum value element to be returned. And next return value specifies the elements from the tuple with maximum value. It returns the elements from the tuple with maximum value. Consider the following program. I have the two tuples, and tuple 1 has the values separated by commas are maths, chemistry, physics, and bio. And I have the tuple 2 has the values are 4 5 6 700 200. I am calling the maximum function. So maximum value from the tuple 1 is max of tuple 1. So as soon as compile executed this print statement, max of tuple 1. So consider the tuple 1 values. First one is the maths, maths, second one the che, third one the phy, and fourth one is the bio. So these are in the alphabetical. These are the alphabetical. So they are printedly according to alphabetical order. So a first A printed, second B, second third C, fourth D, fifth 5, and so on. So in this accordingly first bio is printed. So the maximum value, that means which value is going to printed at the last is the maximum value. So P, MNOP is the P value, that means physics is printed at the last, and so that's why the maximum value in the tuple 1 is the physics. And consider the tuple 2. I have the three values 4 5 6 700 and 200, and so among these 700 is printed on the output screen. And next this is something about the maximum method in the tuple and the minimum method. So this method returns the elements from the tuple with minimum value. So syntax for the minimum method is the minimum of tuple, and the parameter tuple specifies the which minimum value to be returned. And consider the program. Here I have the two tuples like as in the previous program. So maths, chemistry, physics, bio, and the tuple 2 has the values 4 5 6 700 and 200. Next I am calling the minimum method, minimum of tuple 1 and the minimum of tuple 2. Here in tuple 1 the minimum value is the bio. Why? Because bio value printed first, and in the second tuple the minimum value is the 200. That's why those two are printed onto the output screen. And next method in the tuple is the tuple method. So the tuple method converts a list of items into tuple, and the syntax is the tuple of sequence. Here the sequence specifies the a tuple to be converted into tuple. And next one is the return value. It returns the tuple. Consider the program. Here I have the list one, which has it converts the list into tuple. So here I have the list. So the main difference between the list and tuple is the list values are mentioned in the square brackets separated by commas, whereas the tuple values are mentioned in the parentheses. Tuple values are mentioned in the parentheses separated by commas. This is the main difference between the list and tuple. So here first I have taken a list of items. So list of items which has some values are separated by commas. So here I have the list one which has the values called maths, chemistry, physics and bio. And next here I am initializing the tuple. I have taken a new tuple and then converting using the tuple keyword. I am converting the list tuple of list one. Here I am passing the list one as a parameter to the tuple. Tuple is the user to convert the list into the tuple. Next I am printing the tuple one onto the output screen. So you can observe the elements are there. Elements values are same as in the list mentioned in the list, but the syntax difference. List values are mentioned in the square brackets, whereas tuple values are mentioned in the parentheses. That's why the compiler prints the values in the parentheses. So those values are maths, chemistry, physics and bio. So those are mentioned in the parentheses. This is the main difference between the tuple and the list. So this is the way to print the convert the elements using the tuple method. So these are the four methods in the tuple while we are using in the program, while we are writing the program or while we are developing any code. So this is something about the tuple concept in Python. So in my next class I have discussed the dictionaries and what is my dictionary and different types of methods in dictionary. So please try to subscribe my channel Jairam Infotech and like my videos and tell your friends and relatives or well wishers like my channel and subscribe my channel and like my videos and subscribe my channel and share the videos to reach many in WhatsApp or Facebook or any social media sites. And thank you one and all. Have a nice day.